Once I was sitting in my room, I was a child, and I was just thinking like a random child who thinks about the world and all. I was thinking about the situation, and then I thought that this same situation would be beneficial for one person, and the same situation could be wrong for another one. So these types of questions and all those, then the confusion happens, and I started reading or listening to those people who talk about human nature and behaviors, people who openly criticize religion or openly criticize religion, and again the all those societal norms made about people that you should live like this and not that. And I started listening to those people who openly criticize this thing and questions everything made by religions and all the people. So that was the first step for me to enter in this philosophical thing. Then I started reading from one to another, and I was just jumping from this, that okay, he says this, according to this. And this philosophical, I can say, journey was just on the basis of finding the meaning of life and why is this thing, is there any meaning. And again, the perspective of different philosophers, I was curious to know the perspective of those philosophers. And the idea what makes me curious about that, how they think, according to them, how the world is. So that was also the core factor which made me interested in philosophy.
What are your views on ego? How would you define it? Is it a good thing? Or what are your views on that?
When you get self-aware, the ego gets absorbed. I have to explain this thing. Ego always push you to do something like for your own justification, for your own pleasement. You want to please yourself, you want to prove yourself. And when you are driven by ego, you go for status. But but when you are away from this all kind of things, ego and all, and you are just doing it because you like it, then whether you get applause or people criticize you, or how many people were clapping for you, or whatever the things after your work, and whatever the things happen after your work and all. I mean, the ego driven goal is where people seek for revenge and getting some extraordinary. And then this, while he is on his ego driven goal, then things like jealousy, comparison come in the journey. But as soon as someone starts analyzing himself, staying more aware, then this type of thing, like ego, it gets absorbed. It doesn't vanishes. It just, you feel very low kind of thing. Ego, when you see ego, that okay, I am doing it just to prove them. What about me? So this type of questions may make you feel like okay, ego is just not appropriate for me.
After hearing all of your philosophical thoughts, your philosophies, I'm quite much impressed, and I think our audience is as well. So now we have come to this conclusion of our. We would have to conclude this interview session. Thank you for giving us your valuable time, sharing your experiences with us, and making us aware about the philosophical facts, things. We all were glad to hear your experiences. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you. Bye, Amir.